Trek started selling used bikes in 2023. They call it Red Barn Refresh. And they say this is to offset their carbon footprint, focusing on their own manufacturing emissions directly and supporting bike trails to replace car driving is, in their opinion, better than buying carbon offsets, which I would totally agree with. And I wanted a new bike. I've had mine for about 10 years and put on hundreds of miles, doing things like family bike rides on the weekends and commuting to work. My work's about 4 miles away on a bike trail, actually, so it's perfect. And in the past 3 years, I've been doing bike tours here in Texas. I really enjoy them. They're set up like a bike race with a beginning and an end, but there's no one keeping time, so it's just for fun. There's no podium, there's no competition, it's just pure fun. My last bike ride was 73 miles in the Davis Mountains in West Texas. It's the Permian Basin Cycle Fest, and it's got to be one of the most scenic rides here in Texas. It's a circle and it loops through what they call the Texas Alps. So this was my first time on, I would say, serious mountains because most of Texas is very flat. And I realized during that ride that my bike was a lot different than everyone else's. It was very heavy, which I couldn't understand. Like, why was my bike so heavy compared to everyone else? And at home, I stripped it down, no water bottles, nothing, and weighed it on a scale, and it was over 33 pounds. I have fatter tires, which, you know, is very comfortable on loose roads, but this was all road biking, which most of these tours seem to be. And I could hear my gears clunking in a way sometimes that I didn't hear other people's gears clunking. I did have the cassette replaced 2 years ago, so I think it's not that. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to, take care of it a little better, but it's clunky. I have a kickstand. I love it. I'll still have a kickstand on my new bike. I didn't have snap-in pedals. Everyone else, except for one person, had these, clip-in pedals that you stay attached to the bike. I just wore tennis shoes. And I have a flat bar, which I like for control, but, I think it's time for me to grow as a cyclist, and I want to try new things. I want to get faster. I'm tired of coming in with dead legs at the end of these. So here in Houston, I got home and I went to a few bike shops, and I figured out that I really like carbon bikes, which is no surprise. They're very light. And it was recommended to get, a bike with a certain number of gear shifts, 12 in this case, because then I could change out with other components more easily. But for me, the cost of all these beautiful new bikes was very prohibitive. I like them all. No one sold used bikes. I would have preferred to have bought a bike from my local bike shop, but they don't sell used. No one seems to sell used. I found one shop, but they didn't have my size. I'm 5'5", and they had bikes for tall men. So I decided that, okay, I don't want to spend a ton of money. I have kids. We have plenty of accidents in our house. Chances are pretty good that someone's gonna drop my bike or shove a kayak up against it in the garage. I'm okay with buying something used, if it has a little character, as long as it's a good bike, and something that I can grow a lot in the next 2 or 3 years. So I went online and I found Trek's Red Barn Refresh program, and they happen to have a carbon bike in my size, 52 centimeters. It was a great price. This is a $3,000 bike for $800, so that's 75% off. And this particular bike was designed specifically for women, which I love. It's not just a shrunk down men's bike. It has Shimano Ultegra group set, which is higher end components. It's a very light bike. It's like almost half my old bike. And I love the environmental part of this. I wish all bike manufacturers sold used bikes. Like, why aren't they selling used bikes so that we can remain, newbies can remain customers and just keep upgrading through the years. Trek provides a great program. Online is what it looked like. 151 point inspection, home delivery, doesn't get any more convenient than that. A lifetime warranty on the frame and fork, and a 30-day return policy. Their website says I can treat it like a 30-day test ride. I love it. The cons are that there's no delivery to the store, and it comes in a box. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to put this thing together. Now, I'm really nervous about that, but it arrived, so let's see what we got inside. Let me show it to you on my front porch. There we go. So let's see if I can put this thing together. Okay, so I brought this into my dining room. The dog is very curious, and we're gonna figure this out. Here we go. So it looks like it has the bike and then some separate trays there. So I will put this back upright and start taking things out from the top. There we go. Okie dokie. It says start here. So this is start here, so that's convenient. Yeah. So let's see what this says. Happy new bike day. Oh, as our free gift to you, please enjoy unlimited complimentary adjustments for the next 30 days. That's nice. Free adjustments include sizing and comfort, brakes, gears. And then they have QR codes for bike tips and service. And we can also go to ask their service advisors for how to clean and lube your drivetrain, inflate your tires, and perform a pre-ride safety check. I will definitely need to learn how to clean and lube my drivetrain. Oh, and every new bicycle comes with a free level 1 service package with the first year of ownership. So I should bring the bike in after my first 50 hours of ride time. That is so awesome. I didn't know it would come with this. Okay, and then also, what? You're fine, buddy.
How do I turn the angle?
I don't know what these are, little metal rings. And then we have some, can you hold it up, buddy? Thank you. We have some assembly grease and tools, which is nice. So let's figure this out. Are there any instructions though? Oh, it says read me. Great. You think this only comes with women's bikes, the instruction manual? Or you think they sell it with the men's too? Quick assembly guide. You've got this. Do I have this, buddy? Yeah? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so just... Oh, and this torque wrench, it says there's a number on it. Match the number on the torque wrench to the etching on the component. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so take the bike out of the bike box and remove the cardboard around the fork. Okay, we'll do that. This is kind of like attached to the... Oh, let me pull it all out. Mommy's new bike is so light. I'm already loving it. Okay, we'll lift. So the tools that I would have, it says, are 5 and a 7 millimeter. Oh no, 5 and 7 NM torque wrenches. I only got a 5. And then it says I need the pedal grease. Got it. Pedals and washers if included. This bike did not include them, but I'm going to put on some pedals that I bought at the Trek store. They're clip-in pedals, so these are my new big kit ones. Pedal wrench, got it. Spacers. Maybe that's the little circle things that I didn't know what they were. We'll keep those together. Routing cover, handlebar stem cover. I've got my handlebar here. I honestly don't know what a stem cover is, so we're winging it on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna start taking the wheels off the side and stuff so that I can get the other cardboard things off. I like rubber padding things. They're not really, they're nice and thick. These little Velcro things they use to like pack stuff, they're really nice. I will probably just save these just for like attaching things to my bike later. I love these. Okay, so I've removed all the packaging and you can now see like the bike, the handlebar is still attached. And we have the 2 wheels are separate, but otherwise it's not super badly disassembled. Like I was thinking it would be, you know, individual bolts. And I have to show you, like, it's super clean. So, you know, all these pieces, they've done a really, really nice job cleaning the bike. Like I said, back here is super clean. It's just all very nice. I don't see any damage. There's just one ding here, but that actually was there already. It was posted on the website before I bought it, so I knew it would have that ding, and I'm totally fine with it. I don't even mind at all. So let's look at the next step in the book here. Okay, so my handlebar was attached like this, and the instructions are for a bike that the handlebar is going to drop into the post here, but I think mine's a little different. I think the light goes on front here, and so we're gonna have to figure out how to get it into this. But what I notice here is that it says it's 5.2 NM max, and that matches the only torque wrench they sent me, so that's, I'll just use that to take these off and then put this in and put it back on.
You're gonna have to get it.
You know what? I'm gonna put this in tentatively, but I'm definitely taking this down to my local bike shop and asking them to help me center this perfectly, because I have no idea if I got it even remotely correct. Okie dokie.
I always wondered how that worked.
So the next step is okay, so I got my old pedals. These are my old school pedals, the ones I've been using forever. And these are not my new clip pedals, but I've decided I'm going to do one thing at a time. And I will learn to stay upright on this new bike before I have my feet stuck in the pedals. And I'm learning everything all at once. So let's see. The instructions say to lubricate the tips of the pedals and then thread them in by hand, tightening the nut. Okay. And then use the pedal wrench to fully tighten it. And both pedals tighten towards the front of the bike. So that's a little funky because one's going to be right and one is left. And then we might need to put the washer over the throttle pads first, which might be what these circle things were. Okay, that's what I'm guessing. So let's give this a go. Okie dokie. I think we just need to get a wheel on the front here. We're probably ready to go. Nothing holding it together very gently because the wheel's knotted. Just sit still for a second. So 2 extra parts came out of that. They were on the sides of the these things, and they don't seem to fit back in there. I'm just gonna put them in the box. It's always a little unnerving to have extra parts at the end. Okay, so I've got it put together. I just realized that I do not have the whatever it takes to inflate these bike tires because my old bike had the different kind of ones. And for comparison, this is my old bike, the Trusty Steed. And I realized also I really love having lots of water. Texas is hot. So I will probably take this straight down to the Trek bike shop to get fixed up, get the chain lubricated, and put on some water bottles. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm back from the Trek bike shop, and they were so helpful. There's 3 shops here in Houston. I went to the one by University, and Tyler was amazing. I really appreciated it. He showed me how to oil the chain, straightened out my handlebar. We got 2 new water bottles. I love these ones because they're not a rigid size. I spend so much time looking for the right size water bottle. And so these I can just put enormous Nalgene's or whatever in. Also got a new air pump, and Tyler very kindly showed me how to use my old pump. It turns out it does work on the Pressa. I also got a little underseat bag for emergency, so it has a spare tire and a new multi-tool because I'm going to hand down my old bike to my son. And he also got me a chain cleaner, so I took it home, and my son and I are cleaning up my old bike. He's going to inherit it. I am so excited. Thank you so much.